Since its inception in 1923, Golden Gloves Boxing has touched the lives of hundreds of thousands of youths, oftentimes providing direction and support to those lost in a disillusioning world. Today's Golden Gloves program tests the resolve of many young men and women. Many Golden Gloves beneficiaries are the at-risk kids living in our inner-city neighborhoods, roaming the streets with little or no guidance. Golden Gloves reaches out to these boys, furnishing them with what they need most, a sense of belonging. Robert Garcia is one such at-risk kid, looking for an escape from the streets.
When I was 10 years old, my dad was in and out, and it just kind of made me feel, you know, like I wasn't doing very much for my mom. Fighting was a part of growing up where I came from. There's a lot of people around my neighborhood were in gangs and involved in that stuff, and I was headed down that road until my bigger brother brought me down here. I didn't think I was going to go anywhere. But when I came in here, that's when I got everything put into my head that I can be somebody in life and be successful. I looked forward to coming here and just to letting out a lot of frustration that I had going on in my life and just getting off the streets and just basically turning everything around into something positive.
A haven from the streets is just one immediate and important benefit of Golden Gloves. But as participation in Golden Gloves continues, the benefits increase. Gabriel Benavides was looking for something more, a sense of pride and one-on-one competition. A quick study, his interest in boxing has made him a contender at the state level in less than 12 months.
Before I joined Golden Gloves, I was really just, hanging around. I wasn't even doing nothing. I was, started to get in the wrong direction. I was starting to mess up in school and, starting to hang out with the wrong crowd and stuff. And just had nothing really going good for me. Golden Gloves has, gave me a lot more discipline. Showed me how to handle things differently, look at things from a different perspective, and strive for what I want. When I see something I want, now I push for it even harder. If I don't succeed the first time, I go back and do it again. If I wasn't in Golden Gloves today, I'd probably be outside partying or drinking, doing drugs, because all my friends I used to hang out with, I look at them now and that's all they're doing. None of them have jobs, none of them stayed in school, they're all just messing up. I respect everybody that can get in the ring and box, because not everybody can just step in. You have to have discipline, dedication, and the heart to step in and do it.
A former Golden Gloves boxer himself, Coach Mike Quintana is responsible for the successes of both Robert and Gabriel, as well as hundreds of others.
Our doors are open to everybody in the neighborhood. We don't refuse anybody. And they come in, we show them how to box, we show them what it is to learn the discipline aspect of boxing, to have the desire, to have the dedication. Because some of these boys, girls, they don't really know what that means. We want them to handle themselves in life, because that's not all that happens here. It's just not about boxing with me. And we don't know where they're going to end up. But at least for 3 hours out of their life a night, I know that they're going to be in here, and everybody in here is like a family. And they feel comfortable with that.
Mike Quintana got me in the ring, and he made sure that I was in good shape, and he helped turn my anger into confidence and go out there and do the best that I can do and be the best that I can be.
Striving to be the best is a motivation shared by all Golden Gloves boxers. The practice and sparring of the community gyms gets turned up a notch during organized state contests. It's a process that advances victorious boxers and culminates with the nationally televised 4-day national championships. It's here that participants from across the country and from all walks of life converge for a chance to be the best. The list of Golden Gloves participants advancing to the professional ranks reads like a who's who of the boxing world. Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano, Sugar Ray Robinson, George Foreman, Muhammad Ali, Larry Holmes, Evander Holyfield, and Oscar De La Hoya are just some of the champions with Golden Gloves. Olympic gold medalist David Reed is particularly thankful to Golden Gloves boxing.
Well, you know, I was 11 years old, but the type of direction I was going into was, being in the streets all the time. I just like to hang out in the streets with my friends, hang on the corner, end up selling drugs and stuff like that. It was kind of bad. I was going into a bad path. It was kind of hard growing up in the streets of North Philadelphia, and from there I try to go to school and do what I can to survive, and end up going to the Golden Gloves. And after winning the Golden Gloves, I knew that I wanted to be a world champion someday. If it wasn't for boxing, for me, I don't know where I would be at right now.
The experiences learned through Golden Gloves provide kids with a lifelong sense of pride and discipline that stretches well beyond the gym. As a businessman, Michael Crowley embraces those principles he learned earlier in life from Golden Gloves.
The frequency that I fall back or rely on those principles and those disciplines that I found in Golden Gloves applied daily. I probably get up each and every day and say, I'm heading for the ring, I'm heading for the next fight, it's round one for the day. I was able to bring away many benefits to carry me through a successful business career. I think every individual that participates has that opportunity to bring away camaraderie, a confidence, a conviction that they can go out in the world and do something other than, if they so elect, box. So Golden Gloves unquestionably has served me well in my life.
Taking part in Golden Gloves can be a gratifying experience for the boxer, but a broader ripple effect is felt throughout the entire community. Across the country, drop-in open gyms offer kids an after-school and evening alternative to hanging on the streets. These are critical hours for countless at-risk kids. Lacking productive options, they often fall prey to gang recruitment. Detective Leroy Miller has been a police officer for more than 19 years, assigned to the gang unit for the last 11. He has seen far too much senseless adolescent crime.
At some point, I just felt that I needed something to try to stop these kids from hurting one another. And I understand the rules. If you only help one kid, at least that's one, you did something. And I think with that gave me the edge to go ahead and take that step to get kids involved in Golden Glove boxing. And if it's one thing that I teach with my fighters, is you got to give back. Somebody gave to me. My coach, when I was a Golden Glove boxer, he volunteered his time, his effort, his energy to me. And that's what I'm doing. I'm giving that same thing back.
Asadel Andrews was a troubled student. A concerned school counselor intervened and introduced him to Detective Miller and Golden Gloves competition, where he discovered a new focus and self-esteem.
Golden Gloves boxing has given me the strength and the intelligence and the confidence that I can do anything, if I just put my mind to it and go with it and, just go do it.
For more than 70 years, Golden Gloves boxing has been making winners out of young men and boys. It's a winning attitude that stresses discipline and a positive spirit, which for many kids lasts a lifetime. That ability to make a lasting difference in a kid's life is what Golden Gloves boxing is all about.